Hello everyone! We saw many camera tutorials of After Effects, but today I'm only explaining the concepts. I'm showing you the basic camera movements. First, as you can see, I'm tweaking positioning on 2D verse. Now we activate the 3D layers. Right click, we open the new menu and we choose camera. Here we have one node and two nodes. Here are some information you need to know. You can pause the video now. Here I'm choosing the preset. As I'm choosing one of those presets, you can see that some of those options are changing, like angle of view, focal length, focal distance, aperture, comp size. Now let's choose 35 millimeters, and you can see here the depth of the field. We will use it on 2-node camera. Now we click on OK. One-node camera is a free movement of your camera. There's no lock-on object. So here we put two views, so we can see the full scene as a viewer and we can see the 3D verse as a designer. Here you can enable Draft 3D, and by enabling and disabling the views of the grid, you can get a better realization of the concept of 3D. How we know that we are using the left or the right panel? There are 4 blue corners indicates that you are using this display or the other one. Here on the view options, as you can see, the camera wireframes and spotlight wireframes. So for those, the concept is when you are disabling or enabling them only when selected, there will not be showing all the time. You will get those only when selected. So you will get a clean view of your 3D verse. Here I am doing some movements like rotating up and down, and I'll show you more camera shortcuts. This is the orbit tool. You can enable it by pressing 1 on your keyboard. And this is the pan tool, enabled by 2 on your keyboard. Lastly, dolly tool, you can enable it 3 on your keyboard. And we have the normal selection tool, which is V on your keyboard. Those are so helpful. And we also, if we press the scroll button, we can change the view. Now the camera views, we can see the scene from top, back, front, custom view made by After Effects, and you can create your own custom view. Now I made 2 key positioning frames, start of the scene and end of the scene as the train moving on the rail. Now on the camera selected, we press P for the position and R for rotation. We put on the position, we put our first keyframe, and on the rotation we put the second keyframe. Now press in U to show all the keyframes. Now with the selection tool selected, here we need to look on the right panel. We can change the camera movement from the right side or from the keyframes under the camera options on our timeline. So for the position, while I'm approaching the cube of 3D verse, you can see that it shows X, Y, and Z axis. That's why we know we are currently working on 3D verse. Now, here I quickly made a scene by creating a position and rotation each second. Now you might go across some problem. If you are not selecting active camera, camera 1, and you are only seeing the front view, you will not get the full scene. So you need to select active camera and disable the draft 3D to get what the viewer will get. Now, right click, new, and we put a null object. We activate the 3D and we connect our camera to it. Some of the scenes you might see on YouTube, they are showing that there's some posing while you are making the movement. That's a thing we use to emphasize on some words or some scenes we need to know. So we make intersections, like we put keyframes right before the keyframes of the camera. So make an intersection, it will give a pose for the camera, and now you can see that the scene is moving, stopping, moving, stopping, moving, stopping, moving. So this would give some scenes a better explanation about what you are trying to make the viewer watch. Now let's move to two-node camera. So, two-node camera, you have a free camera rotation and free camera movement with a point of interest. By selecting two-node camera, we can see that now we have a point of interest. This is the new concept of two-node camera. So, as you can see from the cube, there is a line ending with similar to anchor point. This is the point of interest. Point of interest is the main thing you want to focus your camera on while moving. So you can rotate the whole thing around your point of interest. You will still have the free camera movement, but it's locked on that point of interest. So imagine that the cup is far from you and you are trying to rotate your camera but still showing the cup all the time. This is the point of interest. Here we have the focus distance. We use it on the Vox style animations, like when you go out of focus, then you focus on the scene again. And you can choose the blur level so you can make master scenes with that. I'm not explaining this. There are more than tons of videos explaining that. I'm only showing you what is the difference between one node and two node camera. So you can see that the main thing is depth of the field and the point of interest. While you enable them, you get better control. Yep guys, since you make it to the end of the video, please help me reach 1000 subscribers so I can monetize my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching and see ya.